Hello. Hello, everyone. This is the first video I have done in like 3 months. For real. This is it. This is the one. That has been okay. Hi, everyone. It is Tuesday, September 2nd at 9:23 a.m. Central Standard Time. And listen, they're gone. They're gone. Whew. Everyone is out the door. That just want to say this was the hardest summer of my life. I don't think that I had 1 second to myself the whole entire summer, which is a blessing. It's a blessing, but man, it was a long, hard summer. I was just talking to a friend and we were saying, even without the autism component, 4 kids is just a lot. And it's just a lot of moving parts. What were the hardest things? One, I will say one of the biggest challenges that we have is that Cooper can't be left home alone. He can't. And so you can't go for a walk or just run an errand. It's very challenging. And I think that might be his whole life. So I have to sort of figure that out. My 12-year-old, he I think 12 is a really interesting age. I'm not sure if anyone else can relate to this. To me, 12 years old is not old enough to just go. And yet 12-year-old doesn't want to sit. And so my 12-year-old, he wants to like go out for lunch and go shopping and go to the batting cages and go to Walgreens. And I have to work. So 12 was hard. That was probably our hardest summer together. Because I was like, go. And the thing that I didn't realize is that most like camps and maybe this is just where we are like 2 hours long. So like he was in hockey camp and baseball things, but it would be like from 8:30 to 10:30. It wasn't enough time. And so that about done me in. I think that was probably it. It was just long. There's also a pressure, and I don't know if this is in other states too, but in the Midwest, there is like this pressure to enjoy every second of summer because it's so short. Can anyone else relate to that? And I always wondered if it's different in warmer climates. Because like we're already starting fall. September 2nd, like fall, it's coming. It's going to be in the 60s this week, right? It's done. So you feel this pressure to like enjoy every second and do everything in this really short period of time. And then essentially we hibernate. We just like hibernate as it gets colder. And then you do nothing. It's very strange. It's very strange. Oh, it's raining. I didn't know it was supposed to rain. Takers, are you outside? Take? Okay, no. Okay. So everyone's gone. So let me just fill you in. So my 14-year-old Cooper, who has my autistic dude, a bus came this morning and picked him up. His bus was both of our buses were on time today. That's very rare for the first day. His bus came at 7:38 on the dot. 7:38. Picked him up. He has, and I've shared this, so most of you know this, he has a fracture in one of his foot, a stable fracture. He has a sprained ankle in the other one. He has 4 toenails that he's taken off and absolutely brutal allergies where he has like essentially taken like a rough thing and rubbed his face raw. He is a mess, the cutest little mess that you've ever seen. And I was sending emails to his teacher, who I just love, his new teacher. It's a new school, new teacher, new para, new building, new everything. And I was like, there's a lot going on here. There's just a lot going on. But it's hard to send these little ones with disabilities to school. I was sharing with a friend this morning. I have never worried about sending my other kids to school. Even on the first day of school, on the first day of Harper's kindergarten, I didn't even worry. He was so excited. So I worry every day with Cooper. We got his lunch ready, labeled his backpack, labeled his water bottle. He got a new water bottle, which I'm worried he won't know how to open. So I wrote that in there. I explained that Cooper does really well with first then. First, we're going to do this, and then we'll do this. And you can even do 2 or 3 things, which he's, as he's gotten older, he can follow more and more directions, which is phenomenal. And so I told his teacher, first then works really well. He loves working towards things and timers. All of this really like blossomed around age 12. So sent that along. We got him dressed in his new clothes. He does have just terrible, terrible allergies. So one of the things, I always say social norms don't come easy for Coops, and I don't know if they ever will, but like he does a lot of this. So when he left, his shirt was all wet, which made me a little sad. I mean, it just is what it is, but I don't ever want my boy to look messy or unkept, and there's just no stopping it right now. What else? He gets home about 4:11. I love my kid so much. As each of you do, I just love him so much, and I worry so much. And I know that, I don't know. It's just a lot. I got a lot of big feelings, and it's not just worry. I have a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of anger, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of pride, all of it like worked in together. Having kids with disabilities, it's just different. But I am hopeful, and I think he has a really good people. Cooper's biggest, I think, and only really big meltdown in middle school, they wouldn't let him get a cookie. They didn't know that he had money in his lunch account. I don't know how the whole thing went down, which is asinine to me because I don't even know how it all happened, but it was really bad. This was in middle school, and they had to put like these blue mats around him while he melted down, and everyone had to continue getting their lunch. And my friend Shannon works in the school, and she said it was just horrific. It was awful. And so I made sure I put that in the email. I'm like, if he wants a cookie, he has money in his lunch account. Please let him get a treat. Like everyone else. It's going to stick with me forever. That's the things he can't communicate. He can't communicate that he has money in his lunch account. I just worry. I'm just worried. I'm worried about him. My 2 middle ones, off they went. This is their second week. I'm telling you, my 6-year-old loves school more than anything. I think he would go to school year round. He would go 7 days a week. All of his best friends go to his school. They've been together since they were 3 and 4. Younger than that, actually, too. He has this like great group of friends, and they're all together, and he loves school. And it was interesting because his teacher is very nice. I didn't know her before. She seems very nice. And she sent a email before school started, and she was like, what's the one thing that you want your child to continue with this year or learn? And I was like, I want him to continue loving school. Like my 6-year-old, I've never met someone that has a bigger zest for life. Like that's how I would describe it. Like it's just like this zest for life. He's not easy, but it's a zest for life. And school's hard for my 12-year-old. It's how can you have all these different kids from the same parents? Isn't that crazy? Like, it's just crazy. So I feel like my 12-year-old's like in this stage where he's like trying to be cool, hard. Nicole Cooper takes the bus. So he takes special education transportation. And so I knew that either this morning it could have been a bus or a van. We have never had good experiences with vans. He wants to ride the bus. And so I was so thankful when a bus pulled up today. And I am telling you, I am so thankful for bus drivers and bus aides. Thank you. If you are you're probably riding a bus right now, but thank you. Handing your most vulnerable thing over, you just pray for kindness and just patience and all the things. And I know, so thankful. And on another note, my 4-year-old little one, she moves up to the next room. It's the room before they prepare for kindergarten today. So she's moved up she starts today. All of her friends are already in there. So there's just a lot of change happening in the Swenson household. So, and now I need to start a book. I'm writing a book. I think I've sort of shared this with my subscribers, but I am writing a third book, and I need to start. I'm not gonna be able to start this week, but I need to start, and it's going to be on supporting caregivers and what that looks like. I think, we have so many people that are focused on our kids and their disability, and that's awesome and wonderful, but who supports the caregiver? That's the part where I've always struggled. I always feel like I'm like on this island alone. And so just hoping to help. And just kind of getting back to reality. Oh, Rachel's daughter was off today too. I saw her going to 5th grade. Oh, hi, Ashley. There's one other thing I was going to tell you guys. What was it? I don't remember. I don't remember. But I'm hoping to do videos, morning videos again. I want to get back to that. It's been a long summer. And so I'll try to go live in the mornings. And then, hey, Caroline. And then I do want to get back to Zooming with my subscribers. So if you are looking for a community, just to share, subscribers, we will Zoom this week. I'm thinking Thursday. I'm going to go tour an assisted living for my dad tomorrow. And it's like 2.5 hours away. So I want to make sure I can do that. And then, okay, I am going to get to work. I just want to thank you all for being here. Let's pray for all of our kids. And our teachers. Thank our teachers. Thank you for just doing, and our paras and our administrators and everyone that's in that building. Thank you. Bus drivers, aides, lunch, the people that work in the lunchroom. I had a lady comment last night. She's like, I love when my special kids come to see us in the lunchroom. Thank you. Admin, just thank you. Thank you for what you do. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'm going to get to work. Goodbye.